Yeah. Crackle pop. Rice Krispies. Spill my own beer on the Roadcaster. Everything's so hard.
Because this is Hard Talks.
We're number 2. Ish. All right, we're doing it.
Is this taboo?
You know what this is.
What did you ever? What color
Coffee.
your underwear?
Or crass and inappropriate.
Play this
It's
song
your
on
trippy
drums.
hippie Alicia jumping on the mic from good old Utah.
Oh, you play drums?
Yeah, I'm starting to feel this shit.
Yo, we're drummers.
Welcome.
Choruses. Same
To
place.
Hard Talks.
Seduction.
Seduction.
Where the talks are
Really hard. I thought this was Flaccid Talks. It will be today.
This is,
We come up with that. What the fuck does that mean? I'm hard as a rock right now. Just kidding.
This is Hard Talks. Hard Talks. Hard Talks. You're listening to Hard Talks with a blonde and a hippie.
Brought to you by Hard Talk Production.
Woo! It's another freaking weekend. Happy day to you, my beautiful Hard Talks fam. It's your trippy hippie Alicia jumping on the mic from good old Utah, joined with a special co-host today.
If I hear another kid in a podcast intro and outro, I'm gonna lose my shit.
You say that every time.
I'm gonna lose my
You
shit.
say that every time you come on.
Will Wonder, I'm talking to you too.
It's adorable as shit.
Yeah, but when you have to hear it every time, it's adorable for like his birthday.
No, it's adorable.
Okay, I guess.
It's adorable.
I guess I gotta have some.
Whose podcast are you on?
Ooh.
Oh. This is
Touche.
Angel from the other side of the beehive.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we have the koozies.
I'm repping strong hashtag podmunity right here.
You just barely opening it?
Cheers.
Mine came with a piece of gum.
Look, it's all like the condensation makes it look like
Hold
a
on.
commercial.
Hey, another tip. You put the logo on the front, you drink in the back. See what I'm saying?
Excuse me. This is an 18 and up podcast. We talk all things controversial,
drinking.
difficult, wildly inappropriate, and taboo. I'm going to curse like a sailor. I apologize, Ma. Cheers to you. Thanks for listening. But I'm stoked to have you back on.
Yeah, these have been the longest 5 weeks ever.
They really
More like
have.
5 months.
It really has.
Tell the people why you never brought me back.
Why did I never bring you back?
Yeah.
You tell them. I don't know if we're thinking of the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know if we're thinking of the same thing. No, because last time you were like, well, we'll have you 5 weeks from today. Because everybody knows I come up here. You live up north.
North.
And I come up here to get my dreads done, like every 5 weeks. So last time I was here, was with Justin.
Yeah, you did
We
the
did
April Fool's
Yeah, that's right.
switch up.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun.
That was fun.
That was fun.
But before that, I need to
Yeah,
know
so-
why I didn't ask you to come back on now.
No, I don't know. I guess it just didn't happen. I guess you ended up working the day, and then all of a sudden there wasn't another invite. So I was like, oh well, I'll probably ruined that podcast. I guess
No.
that was a fun episode though.
Life is just crazy.
How vanilla?
Yeah,
vanilla am
how
I?
vanilla am I? How vanilla are you? It's a good question to ask. We are not vanilla at all, is what
Fuck
we
no.
learned. No.
There's some.
But we also discovered that we have so much in common, like what you were saying in the intro.
Yeah,
You're like, we're both drummers.
that's right.
We're both Tauruses. Our birthdays are on the same day.
That's right.
And we both love too hard.
And we both have huge dicks.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Mine is actually bigger
Bigger
than
than
his.
mine. Yeah.
We were
Well,
comparing
seen the
before.
truck I've drive. That's a giveaway.
As a compensation type of deal.
Hey, relax.
It is a very lifted truck.
Yeah. By the way, I do not need that truck
With
in
the
any
honk
way,
honk
shape, or
and the
form.
vroom vroom, like
I also have a vroom vroom that I never get to ride. But anyway,
he's like, I'm a flex now, bitch. Like you.
hey, I'm looking for a girlfriend. I'm just kidding.
Well, maybe you should go to like a Smith's grocery store. Maybe they'll just like flock to you.
Do you go to Smith's?
I do, yeah.
Is that your store? to do groceries? I
Yeah.
thought Smith's was expensive though.
It's not as expensive as like Costco or like
See, but I also
Winco.
hear. See, I'm a Winco kind
or
of.
Harmon's.
I'm a Winco kind of gal.
The Harmon's. I
'Cause
like
that's what
Harmon's.
That's what I was trained to do when I was married. It's the Winco thing.
You were trained to go to
Well,
Winco,
I went with her,
and now you're just
and now it's because that's all I know.
you're programmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
She
that
programmed
and,
you good.
Yeah. And what the fuck? That's why
like-
that's why
it's
I
like-
peed outside before I came in here.
It's like when you train a dog to hear certain noises, and
That's
they're
how you
like,
say that?
"Ding ding,"
I'm all,
and immediately
for the
they're
ball?
alert. Yeah. Where's the nearest fucking Winco, man? No, but I mean, I like Harmon's too, but it's more expensive. Like to give you perspective,
yeah.
Smith's isn't expensive, but I did have a mishappening that happened there not too long ago.
I was gonna say another word, but I didn't know if you ever had one of those, so I just never said it.
You know, would it shock you? I could probably shock you, actually, with the things that I've done, and we're going to learn about that today. Nice segue there. But before I talk about what we're going to do, I managed a Supercuts like 5-6 years ago now. And I've never been in a position where I had to fire someone.
Oh yeah.
So I had to fire someone. I had to let someone go. And, you know, she didn't take it very well. Rightfully so.
She
Sucks
went racial
to
on
be
you?
fired.
Yeah.
No. But she was pissed.
She was like, "You white piece of trash."
She was like, "Fuck you," and I'm like,
Oh,
"Okay, you know, have a good life, good luck." But I always do like the online grocery orders from Smith's because
Oh,
I
okay.
hate grocery shopping. That is one of my least favorite things. Because I'm nice to everybody, but like in a grocery store, that is like the last place I want to bump into a person. It's like I am on a mission. If you know me, don't fucking talk to
Oh,
me.
see, that's funny you say that. You know what I've been doing lately? I put the headphones on and I just like beeline towards what I need and beeline to get out.
Yeah, like it's always that awkward interaction, and it's always people that you haven't seen from like high school or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's like, God damn, like you
Well,
saw me.
I wasn't born here, so I don't have that.
I saw you. I can't be an asshole. I'm gonna have to acknowledge you
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're already approaching me. Type of deal.
Also at this point, I think people know. Like if people know who you are, like if you and I went to school and I haven't seen you in forever, then I see you and I'm an asshole to you. Like I think that part of me would think, well, now she has a podcast and she's gonna trash me for everybody out there. So be careful, people, because we'll fucking come and get you.
We will. But it's kind of funny you say that. So I do my online grocery order. I go and pick it up. I'm waiting in the stall, and guess who wheels out my order?
Fucking Dre.
No.
That motherfucker works everywhere.
He's working at Smith's these days. No, it's the girl I had
So
to fire.
have the groceries you deserve. I was like, what the
Have
fuck?
the groceries. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. It's the girl I had to fire.
Protect your milk. I'm just
Like
kidding.
5 or 6 months ago.
Wh- Oh no shit!
Or years
Yo.
ago.
Yo, you're a garbage woman.
Yeah,
That's fucked
yeah,
up.
no.
Look what she
so
had to do.
I'm like, oh shit, like mentally, I'm like, oh fuck, like this is gonna be
Yo,
awkward. And
terrible.
on the outside, I'm like, oh hey, like how have you been? And she's like, do you have any paper coupons? And I'm like, no. And she's like, your digital receipt has been sent to you. I'm like, okay,
You're like, oh, yeah, you-
have the day you deserve.
Oh yeah, you hate my guts,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So then I get home. It's literally like a 3-minute drive from that Smith's right there. And I start unloading all my groceries. And I'm like, I am missing all my meat, most of my vegetables, like all the expensive stuff,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I call Smith's up. Of course, they put me on hold for forever. And then they come back on the line and they're like, yeah, so weird thing, but it seems that half of your grocery bags were stuck behind a freezer in the back. And I was like, that bitch totally saw my name.
Yo, she made you pay for her fucking groceries.
Oh, well, I'm like, good to know that you're still bitter, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, shit. So that was a funny mishappening or whatever. So I hate grocery shopping. Like, it's funny, though, that you brought up the podcast thing because I was at a bar down on 25th Street,
Mm-hmm.
Alleged, which sucks, by the way. Oh, I was at Sky Bar in
She
Salt
already
Lake.
trashing it because she has a podcast. See what I'm saying?
No. So I was at Sky Bar in Salt Lake last
Hey,
weekend.
by the way, I do have a problem with this. How dare you to go to Salt Lake and not let the homeboys know?
Well, I didn't think that you'd want to go to Sky. It's like an EDM night.
I don't, but it's still, we can meet before.
That's true. But I'm with like a bunch of other people
So
usually.
who cares?
Okay, all right.
You're embarrassed of me.
No,
Okay, that's fine.
no,
yeah,
no,
whatever.
no.
Keep going.
Don't you dare pull
Keep
that
going.
card.
They're all whites, right?
Don't be
yeah, I get it.
juvenile
I get
right
it.
now.
I
Don't
get
be.
it.
They're all whites. Who's playing the racial card now?
Anyway.
Fuck. But there was a shooting at Sky last weekend.
Oh, I thought it was Echo.
Well, Echo's across the street from Sky, so it
Ooh.
literally broke out
tells
in
you how
like
much I go out.
a big brawl. Like this big fight on the street happened after last call, and then all these little fights were popping up, and then someone pops off a couple of rounds, and so everybody scurries, and that was scary. But I'm just like, God damn, like the world we're living in right now is a little crazy. But at a ledge, this was probably about a month ago, I'm walking up the stairs because it's like 3 levels, and this girl taps me on the shoulder. And I meet a lot of people like through the rave scene and live music shows and stuff. But she's like, "Hey, Alicia." And I turn around and she's this really cute girl. Her name is actually Casey, so shout outs to you, Casey. But I'm like, I feel like such an asshole, right? Like,
Why?
I'm trying to keep the smile on because I'm like, I don't recognize this
Oh, okay,
person
okay,
at
yeah,
all. And she's like, "Yeah, I listen to your podcast."
Ooh.
And I was like, "No fucking way, man. Like, that's rad." And she's like, "Yeah, I fucking love it. You're beautiful. It's crazy to bump into you."
Did she say anything about me? No?
No,
Anyway.
no, sorry.
Well, that's because I'm
Pull
not
out
here
that
often.
racial card again.
Because I'm not, is she white?
Yeah, she is.
Pull that racial card again.
Yeah, but, that's like weird, like when that shit happens. It's not the first time that's happened, but it's kind of far and in between. And I'm just like, whoa.
See, right now I'm working in the same company that Justin works for, right? So
Company A or B?
He it's actually 2x4. Long story.
Okay.
But so I guess people know that he does a podcast. So when they get to kind of know me and kind of like start talking to me, they're like, "So what do you do when you go home?" And I'm like, "Oh, like on Fridays I do a podcast."
They
And
only
they're-
recognize
they're-
what's
so,
his name.
So they all go. So they all go, "Oh, you're the other podcaster," and I'm like, "Oh yeah." It's like,
Yeah, I'm the other guy.
It's like, "You're the one that's having intercourse with Justin." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me."
Yeah, I'm just the other guy.
Yeah,
I'm the brown
Hey,
one.
we're 69. We don't go that far.
And I can say that because you say that.
What?
I'm the brown guy.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm the coconut. You missed out from the first fucking episode. White on the outside and brown on the inside.
Oh, God.
Anyway,
Yeah, no, so
what, they recognized you and you were just like,
it was.
you
it
felt like
was
you
a
had the
very-
biggest dick in the world.
No, it was a very humbling moment. You know what I mean? It's like,
course.
damn, like, thank you.
I went to a back in February, I think. I went to a party of a friend of the podcast. And I was talking to some people, and when the podcast got brought out, they all looked at me like, "Oh, that's why I recognize your voice." And I was like, "Oh shit,
I'm also Andrea Espanol. Thank you.
that's right." I was like, "Yeah, follow me
Yeah.
on all my socials.
Fuck you.
Follow
Fuck you.
Follow their Espanol. We put his Instagram handle right here.
Have the day you deserve. I'm just the other guy. Cheers. Oh.
Anyway,
Well, I thought we could do something interesting today because we always do when you come on. And
on her.
that's what she said.
So we had 2 games, and I played that one before, but I'll be honest with you, I know that I just ate something, so my teeth are not the cleanest, so I'm not going to put that where it opens your mouth to the
They
max.
come with 10. You could take it with you for all I care.
No, I'm not saying to take the stuff with me. I'm saying my teeth may be dirty.
I know. You could take the mouthpiece. It could forever be yours. So at game night parties with other friends.
I'm talking about you will have to see my disgusting teeth.
I understand. now.
Yeah.
But they look pretty great.
Gray?
Great. 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 God, you're just shit talking on
That's all the
yourself
cocaine
today.
I do. Wait, what?
Yo, I went to a concert on Monday. It was the Black Keys. They
The
were very
cocaine?
good. But with all the shootings going on, they're super strict in security now. Like, I had a little mini backpack about this big, and they were like, "That's still too big. You can't bring it into the venue." And so I was like, "Oh, shit." Like, go back to my car, go back through security. And I just, when you see some people where it's just like, you do meth, No doubt about it. You do meth.
Yeah.
Because it like, you know the black makeup that movie sets use to like make people's teeth look all scummy and stuff, like pirates and missing teeth. It literally looked like he had just this big wad of chew, and he could literally grade cheese off of his teeth because he had like maybe 2 teeth, and it was just black. And
so he was hot. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you...
Why tell her about me?
Do you slurp things through your holes? Like what do you... How do you eat anything? Do you only eat soft foods? Like, I mean, like what... Do you talk with a lisp? Like, I wish you would have been like, hey, have the day you deserve, just to see if he has deserve. Like, just to see if he has a little bit of a lisp, you know what I mean? Because how could you not?
Let's not talk about Dre. He's all over the place.
You brought him up.
He doesn't need to be here. I know. My bad.
I love
now
Dre.
he owes me money now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because I mentioned his name.
Oh.
I'm promoting him. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll promote you all day. Fuck Angel.
He does.
He does. We're having a really good day today. What kind of Spanish are you going to teach me now?
Last time I was here. Oh, wait, what do you want to know?
No, him. That's probably what he says.
Oh, him.
He's like, after you do the nasty,
Actually,
he's like, all right, what are we learning today? I got my rocks
He's
off.
gotta call me Poppy.
Little Poppy. Ooh.
I
Daddy.
actually gotta, when we're done here in the next 3 hours, I gotta go home and put all that stuff together for tomorrow.
Oh, that's good. If you haven't seen Dre Espanola, you guys should definitely tap into that because it's pretty fucking funny.
Thank you.
Pretty fucking funny. I have more confidence that I could roll my R's a little better than Dre. Well, give me a word.
Cigarro.
Say it again.
Cigarro.
Cigarro.
That doesn't sound anything like that. Carro.
Carro.
That was good. Perro.
Perro.
That was good. Barril.
Barril.
Barril. Barril.
Barril. Arriba!
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
You're so white.
I'm so white. It hurts. I'm actually Italian, thank you.
Oh, yeah?
I got this nice
didn't change anything.
olive skin, this nice tan going on.
So how does this go anyway?
So what we're going to be doing is picking a card from the deck.
So you pick it from the top, from the middle? Doesn't matter?
Whatever, makes you
Whatever
happy.
floats my canoe. Okay.
Yeah. Your
Anyway.
boat. I mean, if you want to call it a canoe.
I call it whatever. Don't tell me what to call
We're
it.
downsizing again.
Not the burp. Sorry.
Burp. So as if we don't know enough about each other.
Yeah.
I thought this would be funny. It's called The Best Story Wins. You could buy it on Amazon. Link there. But we're going to be pulling a card from the deck, and the best truthful,
That's a nice deck you got there.
honest story wins the point. So obviously, since it's just between the two of us, we're going to go toe-to-toe with who's funnier.
Please.
I'll win.
Please.
I mean,
Please.
I'm sure I have some more extreme
Taurus
stories.
women are not funny.
I'm pretty fucking funny.
You are pretty fucking funny.
I'm pretty fucking funny.
All right.
At least I think I am. So, for example, you're going to share the story to this. Unluckiest thing that has ever happened to you.
Wait, why are you laughing?
Can I just
go
chalk
ahead.
up my whole life as being unlucky?
Why don't you follow this podcast to know all the unlucky stuff that she's gone through?
I am lucky for other people, but I'm very unlucky for myself.
So what is it? The most what? Or what is it?
Unluckiest thing that has ever happened to you.
Unluckiest thing. I was gonna be in a movie once, and I got
One of the people that walk around in the background?
No, not even that.
An
So
extra?
this is a story that I've said on the podcast. You decided to be. I put his Instagram handle right here. It was a point in time where I lost my job, and I didn't work for
I thought you were gonna say your virginity.
I was 16 when that happened. But I lost my job, and I went a whole year without working.
Okay, all right.
And this is like 2008 when everything started taking a shit back then. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't have anything to do, so I was like, I'm just gonna apply for, or not apply, but get into a casting for a movie.
Was it High School Musical?
It was a casting couch, actually. I'm just kidding.
I was like, I've
That's for-
never heard of
That's
that.
for porn.
Oh, okay. Well, good for you. I'm
I
sure
got
it
the
paid
role. I'm just
well.
kidding. I'm the fluffer. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm the fluffer.
No, but so what happened was, I went and I read the script for the director, and the director was like, so they have all the scripts there, right? So I was like, oh, I could be this, I could be that. So I just grabbed one and I said, I'll just do this one. I went inside and I read it and I gave it my all. Like I was like Brad Pitt in his fucking beginnings, all right? And so it so happens that I get the role. Why are you laughing?
I don't know. El Chapo.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, I was in Chapo. What an asshole. It's because I'm brown.
No.
Oh no.
Not at all.
So I finally, so I went, I read the script, and then all of a sudden we went on, like the director called me and he was like, hey, you got the role. And I was like, oh, cool. And it so happened that when I read the script to him, he was like, well, just so you know, this is the hero of the movie that you're reading. And I have no idea. I just grabbed it and I went, whatever.
We actually want you to be the villain.
I thought about it because the villain, I was like, well, I have long hair, you know, I'm brown. Just kidding.
And all
It's like, what
you know,
the fuck
are
is
you
going-
comfortable with full nudity? And then Angel's like, call my agent.
Funny you say that. So being the hero of the movie, the director told me at one point you're gonna have to pick up a naked girl from the ground up, and they knew I was married, so I was like, "Are you gonna be? Is it gonna be okay?" And I was like, yeah,
I'm totally.
it's going to be just fine."
Yeah.
And so I'd say this all the time. Too late. Long story short, by the time I got on site to start filming, the girl that was the
Naked girl.
No, the girl that was the main girl of the movie.
Okay.
They were running through this field, and she was running with a guy, and then they will have to stop. And like the scene was like they will run, and then they will stop, and everything's gonna be okay, and they will kiss, and then like a branch will break, and then they will keep running. So they were running away from something, right? And so they did that like 3, 4, 5 times where they had to stop and then they have to kiss. So during lunch break, the girl called her bishop.
Of course she did.
And she said, well, I'm doing this, and I don't know how I feel about it. So the bishop said, you don't need to be there because you're kissing a boy that is not your whatever. And so made her quit.
How can they have a naked scene and she call her bishop? This was obviously
I don't know if she was the
filmed
one.
in Utah.
I don't know if she was the one that was going to get naked, though.
Okay. All
But
right.
she was just uncomfortable that she had to
With
kiss.
kissing.
That she had to kiss. And it wasn't like a making out. It was just like everything's going to be okay. And it was like no, not that. Like I would understand that. But all this, so basically she quit. So when we came back from lunch, the director was like, well, bitch ass just quit. So now the whole movie didn't call him bitch ass, but fuck that girl.
Fuck
And
Nugget.
fuck her fucking bishop. And I said, and he's like, but now the whole thing is on a stall.
Oh God.
So the movie never happened.
What
so I
was
never
this
got to
movie
be so
called?
I don't know.
You don't even know?
It was an independent movie. But maybe that could have been my fucking
Calling, man.
yeah.
That is kind
Like
of
right now, I'm
unlucky.
still waiting for my modeling career to take over, but
Like,
it's not happening.
saw you in those Hanes, man. Killing it.
I was like, hey,
Killing
we don't
it.
have that many 40-year-old models. I'm like, I get it.
I'm gonna broaden this. What is it even called?
Hey, I asked you this before. You're like well dressed today. Are you going somewhere?
No. I guess the most unlucky
Last
thing.
time I was here, you looked like shit. I'm just kidding.
Wow. Wow.
Anyway, that's
If
my
you're
story, and I'm sticking to it.
If you're not watching this on YouTube, I wish you were because my facial look. Wow.
You look good. You look
You
cute.
know, yeah, thank you. And I looked cute last time. I was in my Thriller jacket. Fuck you.
No, your Thriller jacket was upstairs
No.
because it was right before that photo shoot or after.
Thriller. Okay, so the unluckiest thing that's probably ever happened to me was every relationship I've ever been in. But I also
Okay,
choose
let's
that.
move on. I'm just
We're
kidding.
moving
I'm just
on.
kidding. No,
your
go ahead.
turn.
Go ahead.
No, now you pull. You won that one.
Tell the story.
Nope, that's pretty much it. That is it for me.
Okay, here we go. I don't know how to read English. Just kidding. Best prank I've ever pulled off.
Like a funny prank or a fucked up prank?
That's you want to win the game or what?
So many years ago, I may or may not have put sugar in someone's gas tank.
That's not a prank. That's a fuck you kind of
Maybe
thing.
they deserved it.
Oh, well, yeah.
Again, going back to every relationship I've ever been in. But I also
Hey,
don't
how
want
much
to
sugar have you
incriminate
bought, by the
myself.
way?
It really doesn't take much, though.
So when you go to your neighbors, you're like, can I borrow a cup of sugar? They're like, oh, this bitch is mad.
Probably. They know I ain't baking a cake. They I don't bake, so they're like, "What does this bitch need sugar for?"
Yeah, I'm like, fuck,
What is
dude.
she? But I got away with that. Something I didn't get away with. I was a really rebellious kid.
Yeah.
Us Tauruses were little rebels, little shitheads.
Just call yourself out, not me.
I'll call us all out. 14-year-old Alicia thought it'd be funny to go vandalize one of the family's houses in my ward's like priesthood. You know, these are like people who are very well known in my neighborhood and the church. And even though I'm not LDS, you know, people still knock on
You're
the
not
door.
LDS? I would never thought.
No, hell no. Hell no, no
Hell
offense.
to the no.
No, I did go to Christian school. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
But my mom grew up LDS, but was never active in the church. And my dad was Catholic, but never was active in
And you
the
also
church.
bang in the church, so let's put that out there.
I did do that. But that's not to say I haven't been to a lot of like church proceedings, but I've also been to a lot of different church services. You know, I think, you know, knowledge is power, right? And I think religion is really great for a lot of people. But it's just not for me. I'm a very spiritual person, and I believe more in energy and the universe rather than some almighty bearded white man in the sky, you know.
That white man.
It's not to say, don't get it confused. I do believe in some higher power, but just, not in religious context. Anyways, so we got in big trouble because we snuck out. I used to sneak out a lot when I was younger. And they lived maybe a block away. And the reason I picked this house specifically had nothing to do with the church, but they had a son who's a fucking twat. And I'm not.
So you dated him? Just kidding.
Well, at 14, like, what is dating? But I did like this boy. And
Oh,
he was just mean, and he bullied me, you know what I mean? And so me and my friend, because I switched schools, that's when I got put into private school, because my parents were like, you're a little shit. We're going to
easy
put the
there.
fear of God into
Bougie
you.
girl over here.
Yeah. I don't know. What define that as well. But
Private school.
we go over to his house, and this is like a beautiful house. And we forked his lawn, so if you leave metal forks in someone's lawn long enough, it'll kill the grass. We also toilet papered and egged the house. But what got us in big trouble, and this was my first confrontation with a police officer the next day, was we brought all this random shit like baby food and mustard and just like random condiment foods, right? And so me and my friend thought it would be funny to write cunt on the side of their
Classic.
white boat with mustard. I didn't know then that mustard is extremely acidic, so it stained their white boat.
Ooh.
Mormon family with cunt on the side of their $80,000 boat, like, is a big fucking nice boat. And so, of course, the next morning, get a knock on the door, and it's a police officer. And immediately I'm like, oh my God. I was here the whole time. Yeah, don't know what you're talking about. They totally knew it was me because I had an altercation with their son like 2 days before. And my friend in the background immediately caved under pressure. Fucking snitches get stitches, bitch. She's like, it was us. It was totally us.
Yo,
and
what
so,
a fucking loser.
Yeah, and so the cop is like, we need to contact your parents immediately. Like, this family is like wanting to press charges against you for the damages done to their boat. And I was woken up startled by this knock on the door, and I didn't even look at the clock. So I thought it was later than it was. And I was like, well, my mom's at work. And so he's like, well, give me your phone number. I'm like, okay. And so he gives my mom a phone jingle. And I hear her phone go off in her bedroom, in the bathroom. So I was like, oh my God, she's still here. She is literally gonna skin me alive. Like, arrest me, please. Like, take me with you. Like, please. Like, my mom is a little terrifying. Love you, Ma. But, God, I was like, oh shit, she's here, right? And so she comes out and she's like, oh, really? So that was an interesting prank, and didn't get away with that one, but.
Well, mine is not gonna be as good. I
learned my lesson.
After that confession. This is her confessions. Who's that?
I don't know.
Usher, dude.
Well, maybe it's because you sung it like. Okay. I was like, there was no melody. How do you expect me to catch on?
Excuse me?
How do you expect me to catch on? Thank you.
How dare you?
I said it.
Anyway, so my prank was like at one point in time back home, my mom had a nanny for my little sister because my mom had 2 jobs. And I used to, I think at one point it bothered me how much TV she would watch.
Sorry, guys.
So my TV remote would turn my mom's TV off.
Oh.
So she would be watching TV and I come from behind and I turn it off. And then she's like, what the fuck? And then she would like turn it on again. And then, 10 seconds later, I would come back and go.
She's probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so she's probably like, this is like as haunted as Alicia's shit. But
how do you say that in Spanish? What the fuck?
What
the fuck?
Maybe we can say no mames.
No mames. No mames. What? What the fuck? Thank you.
I'm actually making you say I like dick. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you know,
no,
I wouldn't be
I'm
surprised.
kidding. I'm kidding.
That's a prank that was played on me.
Oh, yeah?
When I was in Italy, I was there for 3.5 weeks, and I had the great experience of getting to stay with a family that lived in Rome. So it was amazing because I got to see all of Italy from a local perspective. And they're my age. It was kind of like an exchange program.
Look at Alicia traveling.
Well,
yeah.
but
Who are you, Quinn?
Quinn. He's gonna come up here. Actually,
I know,
yeah. So, anyways,
he's coming here.
He's coming here with
Like
his
coming
new
to town?
co-host. Yeah, in August.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought it was like next week. I was
No.
you better not come here and not tell me.
But they came here for 3.5 weeks, so we showed them everything there is to do in Utah, which they really
Which is 2
enjoyed.
things, yeah.
And I've talked about this on the Italian trip episode. But then I went there, and they're teaching me Italian, and there was an instance where they taught me to say something really awful, like, I mean, food is everything over there. So basically I was like, how can I thank this person for this meal? And they're like, oh, say this. And I can't even remember it now because it was in 2013. But I go up confident as shit, and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And you should have seen the look on her face because basically it was like, this was disgusting. Yeah. And I was, no, that's not funny.
Have you seen my big fat Greek wedding?
Yes.
I love that scene when he goes out there and says, hey, how do I say the food is good? And they're like, blah, blah, blah. They tell him, and then he goes out there and says, I have a small dick. And everybody's like, what the fuck?
One of the best lines in that movie actually is when the mom is talking to the daughter, and she's like, I can change your dad's mind. And she's like, nobody can change dad's mind, you know? And she's like, oh, honey, biggest thing you need to learn in a marriage is the man may be the head of the household, but the woman is the neck. And she can turn the head any way she wants. Yes. That's a good movie. Ooh, yes. Nicest thing someone has ever said to you? That's a good one. That's gracious.
I don't have many of them. I'm just kidding.
Sad.
No, I.
I'm gonna start sending you.
I'm like
PMA.
Oh, my mom said she loved me one time.
Just once.
No, I think I don't know if it's the nicest thing, but I really appreciate when people say, you have like a cool vibe. You're funny. You're charming. You're like I like that stuff, but I don't. something that like stay on me. Like, oh, they say I have
Here's a
good genes or
a
whatever. Like, I
hippie
don't-
thought for you really quick. So this actually happened a couple nights ago, and I've learned to be like my biggest hype man, right? Obviously, we all struggle. I come and I go,
for
social
sure.
media, whatever. But, you know, usually I'm like, dude, like you can do anything, especially with this new job because it's been kicking my ass. Like I'll literally wake up in the morning and hype myself up before I even get out of bed. I'll be like, anyone can learn anything with enough drive and determination, you know, literally hype myself up. And I get a phone call from my dad, who I love very much. And he's just like, I just felt the need to call and tell you how proud I am of you. And I was like, oh, really? You know, thanks. He's like, no. I feel like I need to tell you in depth how proud I am of you. You've accomplished so much. You've been through so much in such a short lifespan, and you inspire me. And that was really endearing to hear. It kind of brought me to tears because it's like, yeah, you could hype yourself up all day, but it got me thinking. I was like, why does it almost make you feel uncomfortable to hear that from other people?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When someone's really trying to like make you hear it, like really process it and feel it, you know? I was like, why does this make us uncomfortable? Like in the grand scheme of things, like our lives are so short. Why do we overcomplicate everything? Why can't I take what this person says and really fucking feel it?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've been thinking about that lately, and I like that card. So just when we overcomplicate things, we don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working on that, obviously.
I
overcomplicate
We
everything.
had such a deep ass conversation before we pressed record.
We had a little therapy session,
That's
me and
right.
Angel, and it was very nice. But just things I don't want to share on the show.
Yeah,
Sorry.
for sure.
Yeah.
But follow the other side of the beehive. I'll let you. I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, later when
About-
I'm not
about-
there.
yeah,
just
for
behind
sure.
my back. Yeah, do it that way.
course.
Yeah. You know that
Maybe we should start our Patreon. I'll tell you, everybody's dirty laundry.
you want Alicia's tea? Pay for it. Pay for it.
Whose
All right.
card is that? Yours or mine?
I'm keeping it.
Oh, okay.
My mom told me that she loved me once.
Maybe it's a Taurus, mom. That's not the best. Oh, you're snoring nowadays? What is wrong with
I'm
you?
not a daze.
Disgusting.
It just happens randomly.
Oh, there you go. This is one for us.
Okay.
Tauruses.
Okay.
Which I must say I probably don't have one.
Big
oh, actually
dick
I do.
energy.
Actually I do. Best story involving nudity.
Oh.
By the way, it was National Nude Day last week. This past week.
Were you naked?
No.
I didn't even know what
Because last
happened
time I
this
was, they called the cops. So.
I did work from home naked for the first part of my day yesterday.
There you
So
go.
that was lovely.
I don't do the naked stuff though.
No, I like being naked.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a more of a woman thing. Like I never like I don't have one. I don't have one unless I don't know. But I don't have one guy friend who's like, oh, I enjoy being naked at the house. I was like, what?
Brady is a nudist. Mariah's
Yeah, but the
Salty Sex
salties
Cast
the
producer.
salties are different.
they're different. But he's a man.
No, I
there,
know.
right
Yeah,
off
yeah.
the top. Boom.
No, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not a. First of all, I don't have the body to be like. I just happen to be naked. Sorry.
Who cares?
I do.
All right. Maybe that's something you need to like explore.
Okay, so anyway, stories.
Okay. Well, you ever been skinny dipping?
No. Well, no, I have my. It's not necessarily naked, but I mean, you want me to tell my story to see where this goes?
Yeah.
I went back when I was working for another construction company, like a local construction company. Our boss took us to Lake Powell,
Okay.
and in Lake Powell, you know, there's nowhere to take it. Like once you're camping, there's nowhere to take a shit. Nowhere to go to the
You
bathroom.
just dig a hole, dude.
It's rock, sister.
Pick up a rock and then put your poo under it and then put the rock back over
You're
it.
talking about you're camping on rock boulders. Obviously, you've never been.
Like leave a
you ever
solid
been?
shit on the top of
Have you
a
ever
big
been?
boulder for like a trailhead. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
you're definitely going in the wrong
Well,
direction.
But this is where this is going because I was like I held my shit for like 2 days to the point that I just couldn't anymore.
That's
and
unhealthy.
So I climb up to as high as I could go, and I went and I took a shit, and then my then boss's kids, they were catching bugs, and they came up to me and like they saw me, they literally saw me right in the middle of
He's like,
right in the middle of a
I'm
contraction.
trying to pinch this off right now.
I was right in the middle of a contraction and they fucking saw me, and then they but the funniest thing is like their reaction wasn't oh shit and like turn away and walk
Literally.
away. They
Oh,
were like
shit.
looking at me like, is that Sasquatch taking a shit? And meanwhile I'm like, go get the fuck out of here. Like you see me, you see my pants are around my ankles. What else you need to see? Get the fuck out of here.
It's like, look, it's an angel in nature.
I'm like, this is not a leech. This is a fucking piece of poo. And
You're like, at that point, you're like, get off.
I'm like-
it is like a leech. Oh, detach. Shake it.
so yeah, that's my story.
I imagine that
I'm
going
sticking to it.
differently. Like, you climb up to the ridge, like the very top of this mountain, and everyone from below can just see like the ridge line with the silhouette of an angel just squatting, just like the shadow of an angel just shitting on top of this ridge.
Yeah.
Wow,
That was me.
that was good. Okay,
I feel like you have a lot of naked stories.
so can I share a naked story that doesn't incriminate me?
This is what this podcast is. Oh, I don't. That's up to you.
But like I was
Fuck, you
there.
just fucking told us what you.
Okay, so like I've been skinny
vandalized some
dipping.
shit.
I've been skinny dipping.
Yeah.
With my ex, and that was interesting because it was like frigid cold water, and it was up at Pine View, and so it was like, oh fuck, like we got to be quick about this.
Yeah.
Freeze our ass off. People from above driving by could probably see his naked white ass because it's like neon. Like, hey, what we're doing down here is definitely not what you should, like full fucking moon. But
So it's just the two of you.
yeah, but the funniest story, well, God, I guess I have a couple. So we're doing the nasty.
So we only need one. All right, relax.
We're doing the nasty.
What's that?
We're
Just
fucking.
get-
And you want graphic
Every time you
details?
say something like that, all that comes to my head is like, your mother listens.
She supports me in every way.
Okay, well,
God bless
so
her.
do we. Get your fuck on.
I mean,
anyway.
people ask me why I'm so inappropriate or how I became so crass or why I'm able to joke the way I do. I'm like, you should meet all of my parents.
Oh.
I didn't close the curtains upstairs, and I like to get a little freaky deaky. You know,
Yeah.
I'm running downstairs back and forth. Guy follows me down the stairs, and it hits me like a fucking freight train. Like, oh fuck, like my neighbor's outside getting into his car, and you can see perfectly in like a glass house when my curtains are open, and the hall light on my stairs is lit up, and we're just standing on the stairs stark naked. And I'm just like, oh no, like my direct next door neighbor just saw us naked. And he's like, oh no, he sees what I'm packing. And it's just like, oh fuck. So that was interesting. And I'm just going to put everyone's dirty laundry out there. My aunt
shit.
got in trouble for skinny dipping in Cancun several years ago because we all talked about it. It was like, it's getting to be the last night. Like, let's do this. Let's do this. Well, what we didn't realize was it was a high tide zone that we were in. So technically you're not allowed to swim in there just because it's scary. You could get pulled in and drown. And it's like pitch black. Like it's just lit up by the moon, but it's still pretty dark. And it's the last night we're in Mexico, and my aunt's like, Lyr, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're doing it. And next thing I know, she rips off of her dress, and all you see is a cute little white butt running down to the water. And we didn't follow her. My sister and I were just like looking at
guys
each
just looking
other,
at her like, what's wrong with her?
like that. Look at that. And like the whole group is there. Like my mom, my parents are there, my other sisters are there. And they're kind of walking ahead, but like as soon as she gets in the water, she's like screaming and having the time of her life. And she's like, oh my God, I'm a mermaid, And next thing we know, we see a flashlight
Oh shit.
coming down the stairs from the resort to the beach. And this adorable, tiny And when I say tiny, like she didn't even come up to my shoulder. Hispanic woman comes up and she's like, swim here. You can't swim here. Mm-hmm. And my stepdad's like trying to smooth things over, and he's like, "Oh, we didn't know. I'm sorry, And Amanda, like, we're screaming. Oh, fuck. Sorry, Amanda. Oh, fuck. Sorry, Aunt. We're like, you gotta come in. Like, come in. And, there's this, like, lip, because the way that the high tide was coming up, it was just, like, kind of a steep ledge. It wasn't just, like, straight up beach. Mm-hmm. So what she does when she comes up from the water is she just, like, star jumps, just, like, pancakes onto the sand. And this lady's not taking it from my stepdad, so she kind of peers around him, shines her light down, just straight on Aunt's ass. Uh-huh. She's got a cute ass, but just, like, she's like, whatever. And she's like, Senora, I see you. And she's like, no, you don't. She's like, no, I see you. You can't be doing this. She's like, I don't care if you skinny dip pretty much, but you got to be all the way down there. Mm-hmm. And so her boyfriend at the time, like, covers her up, but that was hilarious. Like, my sister to this day has a video of that, and she's like, no, you don't.
Well, so you can do it, just not in that specific spot?
Right, just because it's dangerous. So, yeah. You got 3 for 1. Best spring break story.
I don't think I have one.
You've never done anything like around spring break?
But it's just, to me, spring break takes, like, the image that I have of spring break is like
college
people,
kids.
yeah, like traveling, like MTV and shit. You know what I mean? Like going to Cancun, like
Girls Gone Wild.
Exactly. I never done that. So.
Well, I would say I would count a spring break story from my Italian trip episode, because I was out there around spring break time. You're allowed to drink at 18.
Yeah.
And so I was really excited to go to my first bar, especially in a foreign country. But as I should have learned being in Mexico, you can also drink at 18 too. And that rocked me the first time I ever went to Cancun. 18, just put a baby up for adoption, really in a bad place. I'm like, let's get as fucked up as possible. You know what I mean? Should have learned from that. Nay, did not. First bar I go to, they give you this tall, like, triple shot, basically. It's a super tall glass, and they light the top on fire. And they even make you sign a waiver when you go into some of these bars in Italy. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, oh, I'm a boss. I'm going to take this like a fucking man, And no, it did not go down very well. And so I was feeling sick, and we're standing in an alleyway outside because I'm like, I just need some air. And this bar is kind of like a little hole in the wall. Like, it's real small. It's one of the ones where they just open the sliding door and pop-up bar pretty much, So we're standing outside, and this guy, he's like, oh, do you smoke? You smoke. I'm like, fuck yeah, I smoke. Who do you think I am? Whatever.
Mama didn't raise a bitch.
Yeah, and Mama didn't know. Yeah, it's really, Mama didn't raise
no
bitch.
We both squirt. Anyway. Yeah.
I don't say no to shit.
Watch me. Fucking DJ'd.
Giddy girl. Giddy girl. Giddy girl.
Your mom's going to hate me now.
She's going to hate me too. It's okay. But I didn't realize that cannabis is more like hash over there, at least what he offered me. And it hit different. And immediately, one puff, I'm coughing my fucking lungs off. And I threw up.
Nice.
Projectile vomit all down the front of me.
Sexual.
All fucking down the front of me. On one of the guys that I was staying with, my friend. And immediately he's like, oh my God, like, we need to take care of you. Like, we're going home. And I'm like, no, we're staying. And so I'm trying to clean myself up, but it was like it wasn't happening. That was a bad experience, bad spring break experience. Or the time his buddy.
I like how you have 2 to 3 stories for every fucking car. This episode's gonna be 6 hours long.
It makes me think, right? His buddy like really wanted to hook up, and I was with someone who was in America at the time, so I'm trying to be loyal, but like it was a little drunk, and we're under the beautiful stars in like Tuscany region. It's very kind of romantic until he's like, I want to sex you. And I'm like, he's like, I want to sex you hard. It's all in like broken English. And I'm like, well, I can't go back to this.
I think this song is I Want to Sex You Up.
This house, you know what I mean? Because
Wanna
everybody's
sex
staying
you
there.
up.
Literally. And so he's like, oh, we go to the porch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not going to fuck you on some poor, probably elderly Italian person's front porch. So that was interesting too.
We go to the
but-
bathroom. Hey, quick question.
Mhm.
And this is because I kind of want to get it done before I settle down with somebody. Have you ever been in a threesome?
No. I don't think I could handle it.
Oh, I think we talked about it last time.
Yeah, I
right?
get too jealous.
Hmm.
Like I would really have to do a lot of soul searching and be extremely
be like,
comfortable
hey,
with my partner to be anything.
Alicia's like, hey, you're sucking too much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
sucking
enjoying that way too much, bitch. You're enjoying that way too much. Stop it.
She has that around her neck while she's getting banged. Don't thrust.
You full thrust. You got to take control, okay?
Anyway,
Okay. Beard comes out of my nose. That hurts.
So is it my turn?
It's your
turn.
hurt. It's your
My hurt?
your hurt's turn. What happened to my vapage?
Wait, this is yours, right? Because this is...
Did I win that one?
Oh, this is... Yeah, obviously. So I don't have nothing.
Okay, I'll keep it to a minimum of.
What are you doing?
This dress has pockets. I forget.
Oh.
Minimum of one story. Sorry, guys.
This is probably something that you're going to be winning this card.
I'm winning.
A time I
I'm
mistakenly
winning.
a time I mistakenly drank something that I shouldn't have had. Or I should not have. Drank something you shouldn't have had.
Well, everything I drink with a purpose. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think at one point I was chewing tobacco.
Oh, nasty.
I was like 12. Relax. Just kidding.
What are you doing
I'm
at
kid-
12?
I'm kidding.
Okay, I was
And I-
stealing my
and I-
dad's cigarettes at 13.
And I
Listen,
I
no
think
joke.
maybe I did one of those when you took a sip of a glass and it happened to be the spittoon.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You win that. That
But it-
literally gave me goosebumps. No fucking no. I would hurl.
No, but I didn't swallow it. Like I think it touched my lip and I went, "Oh, this is not."
I would vomit so hard.
I know, but I didn't.
That's almost worse. What does that say?
No, no. It's not that I enjoyed it. It touched my lip and I went, "Oh, this is my own. No, this is not it.
This is my own saliva.
This is my own
and chewed up
fucking-
chew.
Yeah. So I just
No.
I instantly ran. I'm like, "Oh, that could like my first reaction is that could have been bad."
Ugh.
Hey, I think you need a shorter barbell. I think it's too long for your tiny tongue.
I've had this same one in since it got pierced, and I've tried putting different ones in, and they hurt. Like my mouth is too small; it rubs on my bottom teeth. So
Well, like your tongue
Trust
is
me,
here
I've
and
gone
your
there.
bar was like up here.
yeah, it's good for fellatio.
Well, was that a new pasta?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I used to have mine. I miss it.
When I got my tongue pierced, I tried to hide it from my family, and
That's the reason why I don't have mine.
I got it the weekend that my aunt got married. So all the family comes together, and I'm at the rehearsal dinner. And my dad's sitting across from me, and I didn't touch my food because I got it pierced that day.
Because you were hurting.
I'm also trying not to talk to people because I did develop a lisp. Okay,
Oh, shit.
I did for a while because my tongue was so swollen.
Yeah.
And finally, my dad's like, "What's up? Why are you not eating?" I'm like, "I'm not hungry." And he's like, "What's in your mouth?"
Ooh.
And I was like,
You're like my grill.
"Nothing." He's like, "Open your mouth." And I'm 18 at the time, so I'm an adult, but an adult, air quotes, but I
Alicia,
do.
You're still not an adult.
I'm adulting real hard. Okay. And so I
How
do.
old you turn?
I turned 27.
Nah, okay.
I open my mouth and he's like, Alicia Marie, do you know what the fuck that's for? And I'm like, no.
Me?
No. And he's like, that's for fellatio. What? Why else would you get it? I'm like, I don't know what fellatio is. I don't know. All right. You're welcome.
Wait. You just sounded like Sarah.
All right. Put on my Valley Girl voice.
Yeah, so that one's yours.
No,
Wait,
yours.
did I say-
Yours.
What is it? No, I said the chew.
Yeah, that's disgusting. You won.
Wait, you haven't said anything.
Okay, all right. So it was, but like me, I kind of did. Like everything I drink with purpose.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Well, then, want to go to the next one?
I've grown up with enough unlabeled water bottles in my life, like on river trips, where it's like you think you're drinking water and you take a big gulp of just vodka, and you're like, my God, because that's my dad's drink choice. In fact, on the river, I think I've shared that on the podcast too. We're going down like a class 3
On a podcast
rapid.
or on an episode?
On an episode.
Please.
Class 3 rapid, you know what I mean? And I'm in a separate boat and Elliot's in a bigger raft with my family. And he's hollering after me like, Mommy, I'm thirsty. Mommy, I'm thirsty. And I'm just trying to go through it. I'm like, take the first sip of something you can find, you know? And my dad had capsized at the beginning of this river trip. And so he lost all of his liquor. And he puts his vodka in water bottles. And so, Elliot picks up a drink, takes a giant swig, and immediately just starts crying, my poor baby. And he's like, it's yucky! And immediately I'm like, Dad! He's like 400 yards down the river, and he's like, What? Why is Elliot crying? And I'm like, he found your fucking vodka. You're a fucking horrible person.
Damn.
And he's like, don't throw it out. I'm coming. Poor kid. So
Your dad said, why is the vodka always gone?
Yeah, why is the vodka always gone? Literally. Craziest night you've ever had. Snap. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. Angel Wilden.
I think it was. I've said this so many times. I think it's when I met my ex-wife because she was a dancer. So I met her at the strip club.
Really?
Yeah, and then so when I saw her the second time, she was like, "This time you're coming home with me," and I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
So she took me home, and we didn't hook up or anything, but like on the way to her house, apartment, she was telling me that she just broke up with her boyfriend and stuff, and her ex-husband and stuff like that. So I remember like laying in bed, cuddling with her with a kickstand in between my legs.
She was like poking
And
her.
all I can think of is, for some reason, all I can think of is like her boyfriend's gonna walk in here.
Oh, she had a boyfriend.
But ex-boyfriend. They just broke up.
Oh.
Like her ex-boyfriend's gonna come in here, or her ex-husband's gonna come.
Oh my God!
Well, because I was like so stunned by the way she looked and how beautiful she was that I was like, holy shit! Like I'm about to score. Obviously, I ended up not scoring, but I was like, when she was telling me about boyfriend, all I caught was like boyfriend, husband, kids, and I was like, okay,
You're coming home with me.
Exactly. So by the time I'm laying in bed with her, I'm like, oh shit! I was like, boyfriend? Like, does she have a boyfriend? Is boyfriend go? They broke up. I was just like freaking out.
Yeah, my boner made me go deaf, so I had selective hearing. Now I'm rethinking it. I don't want to get into an altercation.
Yeah, exactly. So I
Yeah.
was like, ooh, I've been thinking with my dick. Have you heard that song?
Yeah.
Brian plays it for me all the time. I've been thinking with my dick. Anyway.
Oh, freaky deaky.
Well, then the next time, she had to go back to work. And so she's like, she lived in Lehigh. So she's like, well, I'll go back to work and you can stay in the car for as long as you want. And then have someone pick
While
you
I
up.
dance.
Because I was with Brian that night.
Oh.
And so so she went back to the place and I stayed in the car for a while while I called Brian. Brian was obviously hungover AF. So guess who? This event just happened. We just talked about it recently because Brian's grandma picked me up from the strip club. Grandma just passed away about a month ago.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I was honored to be asked to speak on the funeral, and I say that story. It was like grandma went and picked me up, and like I remember from the strip club, and I remember jumping in the car, and I was so fucking ashamed, and I was like, I can't even look at grandma right now, and grandma just looked at me, and she goes, "Did you have fun? How was it? Oh, you gonna go hang out again?" And I was like, holy shit! And like I fell in love with grandma back then, and then she just passed away. So rest in peace, grandma.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
But that's my story.
I feel like insulting if I share this story now after the passing of grandma.
Well, listen.
This happened recently. I've had a lot of crazy nights, but I can't share most of them. So what I will share is July 4th.
Oh, Jesus.
I, it'd been a minute, a little frisky. And the person I was with, we're both a little frisky. And I'm like, let's like go fuck in the parking lot of the new temple in Layton. Why not, right? Sounds a little scandalous. And, we even drive over there.
Dude,
but
it's gotta be so, I'm sorry. It's gotta be so fun to date you, by the way.
I'm a great time.
Not for everybody, though. Anyway.
Yeah, literally. Fuck them. Fuck you. Anyways, we even drive over there, and the parking lot is like still gated off because they haven't even paved a parking lot to the new temple in Layton yet. So he's like, "Oh, dang it!" And I'm like, "You think you're getting off that easy?" Nay. I literally just pull off the side of the road in front of the temple, like on that main road. And he's like, well, what are we doing? I throw his chair back, and I proceed to have a good time.
Yeah.
I take charge.
So glad you said that, though.
And so
instead of what exactly you did.
Then we drive back to my house. We do some things in between, and it's time. It's getting late. It's a Sunday night.
Hopefully your taxes. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely my taxes. Yeah. He's really good with taxes. He's actually my accountant.
Anyway. Counting he was. Anyway.
I pull off into his neighborhood, and there's a Mormon church. Apparently, I really like to fuck at churches. Maybe it's because it's like so frowned upon where I'm like, take it.
Yeah.
Take it. And pull off into this church parking lot still while fireworks are going on. It's like 9 o'clock, so it's like prime time, 9, 10 o'clock. And I just, again, throw the seat back. Because he's like, well, should we get out? Like, should we go behind the dumpster? I'm like, who the fuck do you think I am? Fuck you.
I'm a
put
lady.
your fucking seat back. I'm going to climb you like the tree that you fucking are, bitch. Like, just fucking take it. And so the car is like rocking, like just profusely. And, we finish and I get out of the car. It's hot. It's a little musty in the car. So I'm like, trying to air myself out. And next thing I know, there's like groups, like hordes of people at one of the exits.
Uh-huh.
And they're just kind of like pointing and staring. And, we're in his neighborhood. And he's like, fuck, we gotta go. Like, these people know my parents. Like, they can't see my fucking face, And I'm just like, that's great. So there's 2 exits, one where all the people
you come
are.
out, you're like, I just fucked Philip, or whatever his name is.
And then there's an exit over here where there's nobody. And of course I go out the exit by all the people because I'm like, this is great. Like I'm gonna, I just did that.
You guys know Charlie? Yeah, we just fucked.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. You know him. Go say hi to his mama. And so, that was the most recent crazy night I've had. Nice. I stand by it. I'm proud of it. You know what, you guys? You got to let your freakiest flag fly. Like, I'm up here sharing all these personal sexual stories.
That's right.
But it's also because, like, if you're in a relationship and you don't have, like, open communication and you're not, like, getting your rocks off as often as you can, like, there's something going on. I say address that. And, everybody deserves to have these crazy stories. We all got them. It's just who's willing to share them.
It's been so long for me. I think I'm a virgin again.
Yeah, I believe it.
God damn.
I'm kidding. I think you should get that point just because I want to pay my respects to grandma.
Oh, yeah. Not my relationship that lasted 16, 17 years, right? Just grandma.
Hey, how long did she dance for throughout your relationship?
No, it was funny because when we started dating, she told me that I wasn't going to marry a stripper. That was her decision, by the way. She's like, I won't let you marry a stripper. And I was like, okay. So I think, I want to say from when I met her to when she quit, it was probably like 3-4 months. It wasn't that.
I respect that, though.
Yeah.
You know, you got to hustle. You got to do what you got to do, girl. Like,
Well,
get
she
it.
was single with 3 kids. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Fuck yeah. No, yeah.
Oh, wow. Most famous person I've ever met.
Me.
I met Alicia, so there you go. I just put it on my stack.
Yeah, I would say, you know, that is a good story. No.
I met this is neither here nor anal, but I met my favorite drummer of all time. So
Neil Peart?
No.
That would have been cool.
Who did you play for?
Rush. Best fucking drummer on the goddamn planet.
Is he good?
He's actually deceased now, but is he good?
Is he?
Is he good? Oh my God. Yes. Neil Peart is literally like one of the most infamous best drummers that has ever played ever.
Oh,
like
wow.
he's the guy that invented the 360-degree drum kit. Like you gotta YouTube Neil Peart after this. I mean,
Does he have videos there?
yeah. I mean, like the Rush is one of the most famous like rock
never heard
bands
of
in the world. Oh my God. I grew up off of Rush, but that's because my dad's a drummer. So my dad loved Neil Peart, and yeah, so that's actually a funny story that goes with that. One of my first concerts that I ever went to was Rush, and my dad, we had grass seats at USANA, and so he's like, we need to go up front.
How long ago was this?
I don't know, probably when I was like 14, 15 years old.
So a couple years ago.
Yeah, probably like 12 years ago or so now. But he's like, I want to go up front. Like, I need to be up close and personal. And I'm like, Dad, they're not going to let us go through there. And he's like, follow me. And I'm like,
Damn.
okay, those are the infamous last words, right? And so I'm like, okay, all right. Follow Dad up. We get to the barricade, and security's like, you can't be up here. And we are literally like if I would have walked a few steps closer, I could have touched the stage. You know what I mean? And he's like, you can't be up here. And immediately, without even thinking about it, my dad's like, and just like starts making up all these signs and then points to his ears.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. And so the guy then turns to me and he's like, oh, is he deaf? And I'm like, yeah, he's deaf. This is like his favorite band, and he needs to experience
Dude, shout out
the
to your
vibration.
dad. That's a
Like,
fucking gangster move.
you know, he needs to experience this the right way, and the guy, of course, isn't gonna be like, no, you can't come back here. So yeah, that was
that
funny.
was fucking bad. That's a fucking great play. I want to do that when Jojo Siwa comes. I'm gonna see how close I can get to it.
Jojo.
Oh my god, no, he's a Latino drummer, so he's my favorite drummer of all time. And by the way, of course I know who Rush is. Of course I know who Neil Peart is. I also went to see him at USANA about 4 years ago. So
You
suck on
liar.
that. How dare you
How
don't
can I
think
believe anything you say
how
to me now?
dare you think I don't know who the
Okay, I
fuck
was literally
Rush.
about to like bitch slap you because like you're a drummer yourself. I was like,
That's right.
that is like the world renowned best drummer,
It's funny.
arguably ever.
It's funny how you're trying to explain it to him. Like, oh, Alicia's adorable.
I-
He's trying to tell me about Rush.
Oh my god!
Tell me about Rush Limbaugh. That's something I don't know about.
Fucking, oh god. Well, I have been.
I'm
and-
kidding.
God,
Yeah, so that's mine. What's yours?
I don't think I've ever met a famous
What a
person.
loser. In all your
During my Scene Kid days, I got to meet and greet with like Hollywood Undead and Escape the Fate, and then the band members of Escape the Fate tried
that's
to
what
take
I was
my.
gonna say. Oh, your CTE's concerts you go to.
Yeah. Oh, you know, I met a lot of EDM DJs actually.
That's what I was gonna say.
Because you know the EDM community.
I just
is-
showed you a photo of your Instagram. I'm like, is this so and so? You know, no, that's a famous
Yeah.
DJ.
So I've gotten to meet Dabin and Jason Ross and Wooly a couple of times. I've actually traded some Hard Talks candy with Wooly, and Kygo and
Tyga?
Kygo.
Oh.
And Company. Traded Hard Talks Candy with him too, and he actually said he would tap into the show. I don't know if he ever did, but that would be cool.
Probably not.
Probably not. But yeah, so a lot of people in the EDM scene. But like actor wise, no, like I can't.
I was in a movie once. Never
You were
happened.
almost in a movie once. Don't blow that head up too big. It's already inflated.
It hasn't been blown in a while, but I hear you.
God, good lord. So I think you take the cake on that
Oh,
one.
nice.
You're winning.
That's right.
Okay,
All I do is
three
win.
more.
Okay.
I tricked my sibling or friend into, or got tricked into. Always a mean big sister. I used to play a lot of tricks on my little sister, and she still brings it up to this day. She's 6 years younger than me, and so, God, I feel bad like telling this story, but I used to like pin her down and like spit loogies in her face and
Wow.
chase her around and
Sounds
lock
hot.
her outside of the house. And I remember when she was little, like maybe 5 years old, and I tricked her into saying a swear word to my mom. She's like, "I'm gonna get in trouble." I'm like, "You won't get in trouble. Just say it.
Mom says it all the time.
Say it." Yeah, they say it all the time. Say it. Like, and I think it was like bitch or something. It wasn't even like it. And so coming out of my sweet baby sister's mouth, she's like, "Son of a bitch." And she got in so much trouble for that. And to this day, like, she'll bring it up and she'll be like, "Yeah, Alicia was an asshole." Like, but yeah.
I remember growing up. I grew up with my cousins. There were two girls, and we are the first. I'm the first, but all three of us are the first three out of 11 or 12 at this point of grandkids. And so it was the three of us for the longest time. And I remember when one of them would get like candy or cookies or whatever, like chips or whatever. They say, "Oh, let me have some." And they're like, "No." But I was like, I want to say 5 to 7 years older than the next one. And so I was like, "Let me have some." They would say like, "No." And I go, "Let's play a game." I'm like, I'm the dog. You guys are my owners.
Oh my God.
And you guys just like, if I do something good, you guys will feed me chips. And then they're like, "Okay." And it worked every fucking time.
So they were
And
like,
as soon as the cookies were done, we were like, I'm done.
they would sneak treats for you. They would do
No, but
your
they-
dirty deeds.
But they would give me so the chips that they wouldn't share, they would be like, "Oh, sit here." And I just pretend like I'm sitting down. They're like, "Oh, here it is." They give me a chip. Fucking A, dude.
Do I get a head pat?
Exactly.
Oh,
They're like,
you
"Whatever, dude.
forgot my rub.
I want chips. I'll fucking get a head pat.
You forgot, good boy.
That's right. So I ate I ate my cousin's cookies.
That sounds
What?
really bad. I ate those cookies. Get those cookies. Get those cookies.
Oh, you're probably gonna win this one because I don't fucking know.
Who won this one?
You.
Okay, I'm claiming it.
I don't have any of these, but best gambling story.
I lose every time. I actually have chips left over from when I was in Vegas like a month ago because I forgot to cash them in. And I thought it was just like 3 $5 chips. And then I'm unpacking my bag and I found like 3 $25 chips and a $50 chip. And I was like, "Bitch! Why the
And
fuck?"
then you got in trouble. Don't say that word.
And now, yeah, don't. Good boy. Where's my button?
Oh fuck! You better tell me.
Good boy.
Whatever happened to that though?
Ring, ring, bitch.
No, whatever happened? Didn't we have? I thought we had a. Oh, didn't you have a phone here, like a kid's phone?
Yeah, I just put it on the soundboard. This is my physical Fisher Price
Yeah.
phone from 1994. Love it.
I think last time I was here, I think your vagina called.
It
Because that's what you say. It's your vagina.
your vagina is
And then I
calling.
said PMS.
PMA.
PMS.
PMA. Well, I think the funniest gambling story is I lost over $100 in a matter of like 5 minutes on a blackjack table. Not that funny. And then I proceeded to win like $78 on a fucking slot machine. So where's the logic in that? I don't know. I'm a really terrible gambler. I can't handle the high stakes or pressure. And I also feel like I'd rather roll my money up in a ball and just light it on fire at that point, because that's how bad of a fucking gambler I am.
Yeah, I don't fuck with those. I don't know it. I don't know the game. I don't know how to play. So I was like, why?
Yeah, no. So I have all these chips and I can't do anything with that money. So I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Let's make it a good one.
Why from my stack? No, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. Whatever.
Bad boy.
If you wanna do it.
Nope, I never went to college. Well, I did, and then I dropped out after I got arrested.
Let's see.
Most annoying person I've ever met. That one's mean.
Yeah. I do her.
I don't want to throw
I do her
anyone.
podcast
I don't
every
want
now
to
and then.
throw anyone else under the bus today.
Yeah,
I really hope my mom doesn't listen to
I
this
do her.
episode.
I do her podcast every now and then.
Fuck you. Funniest thing that happened when my parents left me home alone. Ooh. I threw a house party.
Oh yeah.
My dad actually knew about it, and I was an adult. Like, I was maybe 23. And it was a Halloween party. And my good friend Serena Hammond over at Sad Girl Hours podcast, Junior Hammond's daughter, she was DJing for me. And, I was like, let's make it a rager,
Like
right?
DJing.
Like, not that kind of DJing. We're not that close, okay?
Just kidding.
But, between her and then our other friend, I was like, invite whoever you want, like, it'll be great. And my dad was okay with it. I even bootlegged a keg from Evanston, drove it back, and my dad tapped it for me. And my dad was at this party for about the first hour, and then he's like, okay, I'm going to leave because
everybody's
this
16.
is stressing me out. No, we're all early 20s, and he's like, this is stressing me out. But he's like, have fun, be safe, be responsible. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Next thing I know, someone leaked my address. So, there were probably, and this is no exaggeration, I have photos and videos, probably 200 people in this house.
Damn.
And it was to the point where it was leaking in the back. There were people in the backyard. There were people in the fucking front yard. There were fights that were breaking out. People were stealing shit. People were fucking in random places. Like, just crazy. And it was also, I think, being mixed with the party that was happening across the street, because my neighbors were having a party too. So random ass people were filtering back and forth between both parties. And at certain point, like, I don't throw parties anymore, because I had another crazy party that happened here 2 years ago on Halloween that turned into kind of like a Project X scenario like this. And you can't enjoy a party at your own house. Like, you're worried about things getting broken and just like people puking everywhere.
I threw a couple birthday parties for myself at my house, and it's not that I'm afraid that someone's gonna break something, because they're all adults, but I'm always like, and people told me after the party, people told me that I say this a lot, like, I'm always like, hey, what's up, have you eaten? Like, I'm always worried about, hey, have you eaten? And if I see somebody that's getting like meat or something, say, hey, tortillas are here, the onions, the fucking salsas,
host.
like, I'm always like, are you good? Are you good? You need to shit? There's a bathroom upstairs, a bathroom downstairs.
Yeah, don't shit on my lawn,
so
asshole.
You're always looking to do the hosting.
Yeah, but even adults can't handle their shit sometimes. And the problem with this party is, since the address was leaked, suddenly I look around and I'm literally like it feels like I'm at a concert. Like, I have to wiggle my way this
your
crowd.
House?
Yeah, this is like in my house, in my backyard, in the yard now. And so it's just like getting out of control.
Okay.
And people are in every room in the house, including the garage. And this is like a switchback level house. So it's like you got your kitchen with a family room, and then there's a living room downstairs, like 4 steps down, and then an upstairs with all the bedrooms, a house like that. And it's just like getting out of control. And I remember like a certain point, I look around and I'm like, I don't know a single fucking person here. I don't know a single fucking person here. And I turned to this one girl who looks like barely 16. Ooh. And I'm like, how old are you? And she's like, oh, I'm 18 years old. And I'm like, you need to get the fuck out. Yeah. Because it got so big that I was like, the cops could be called at any moment now. Yeah. I am not going to get slapped with contributing to a minor ticket. Fuck that. And so I had to stand up on my counter and I literally was like, hey, if you don't know who the fuck I am, you need to get the fuck out of my house. And the music stopped. It was literally like a scene out of a movie where everyone is just like staring up at me and nobody moves. And I was like,
5 people to stay.
Yeah, nobody like does anything. And I was like, the cops are on their fucking way. And it was like, snap. Like a flood of fucking people just leave. And there were still like a decent amount of people there, but at least I knew these people or like my friends knew these people. And so, you know, that was okay for about an hour. And then the people that got kicked out started filtering back in. And so at that point, it's late. It's like early morning hours, 2, 3 a.m. And I'm like, okay, we got to shut this party down. You know, it's crazy. And every time I've thrown a party like that, it turns into a Project X scenario. You know, like I don't know. The one I had here was actually worse because it was a smaller space. So it's more compact. And I also made chili. Like I had a chili contest. And so people, like I was like, bring your own booze. And usually people don't come in clutch. That was the party everybody decided to come in clutch with liquor. It wasn't just beer. It was like hard fucking liquor. So a lot of fucking people like got sick at my party. There was puke in my kitchen sink and all over my bathroom. Just chili everywhere. And then one girl got alcohol poisoning in my house and fell down my stairs. Another bitch fell through my wooden stairs on my deck outside and seriously could have been hurt. And I was just like, never again. And always, I never sleep. Like, I will pull an all-nighter because it's like, I cannot go to sleep because I know I'm going to wake up to this nastiness and this mess. And so then I just end up staying up the whole night just cleaning up after this fucking party. I'm like, why am I punishing myself? Yeah. Why do I do this to myself, you know? So.
Mine was, I went to, my mother went on a trip for work. And I was with my friends in junior high, I want to say. And I just mentioned like, oh yeah, it's just my mom is, at this time I was living with my mom alone. My little sister was, somebody had her because I'm like 16 and my sister was 6 at that point. So someone had her and
Mama didn't trust Angel with the 6-year-old.
Yeah, which is
why
you'll find out why. So so she went on a trip and then I was staying in the house because I had to go to school and all that. And I think I mentioned that I was alone in the house at school. And obviously my friends were like, "Oh, well,
party.
We should party then." Yeah. And I was like, sure. I was like, "Yeah, we should come." Like and it was just like, I kid you not, it was probably like five guys that came in.
It was a throwback.
And so all of a sudden we started drinking. The first time that I was I never ever liked beer. I still don't, as a matter of fact.
I love beer,
but I just drink it because I'm social. And I started drinking. We were drinking 40s.
Oh no! Oh,
and every time we were drinking, somebody would go and do the fucking round and then come back with more. And your boy got so fucked up. And just like happens in the movies, my mother called me. And I say, "Hey, what's up?" And she goes, "So, I'm not coming back tomorrow. I'm actually coming back tonight."
Oh, bitch.
So just so you know, I'll see you. And I'm like, okay. And then I turned to my friends and I'm like, "You guys need to get the fuck out of here." By then, one of them was puking in the sink. The other one was passed the fuck out on the couch. I could barely stand. I ended up dressed like with my clothes on. I ended up in the shower just spraying my fucking face. My bathroom door was open. My house door was open. So people outside could see me. My friends outside, they were like, "Yo, what is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What?" And
I'm just fucked up.
And I'm trying to get good. And I think I called my aunt and I said, "Look, my mom is coming to town. was coming back. I'm like, I can't go with you to pick her up because I am I thought she was coming back tomorrow. I'm fucking drunk.
I'm not okay.
So my aunt tells my grandma, and my grandma, need I remind you, is a Christian pastor.
Oh God.
So then my grandma knows, and then when they went and pick up my mom, my mom tells the story better than me because she was like, I can see it in your grandma's face. There was something wrong, and so my mom was like, so what's going on? And my grandma was like, well, I gotta tell you something. And like something happened, and my mom was like, what happened?
Are the kids okay?
And like, what happened? And my grandma was like, well, don't get mad. It's just, I'm sure there's an explanation for this. And my mom was like, tell me what the fuck happened now. and my grandma said, Angel's drunk. And the way my mom explains it is like, I knew that was wrong, but I knew that was like the least of the problems because I thought
she's probably like, is everyone okay?
Yeah, because my mom was like, oh well, he didn't get in an accident, or he's not just he didn't crack his head open or whatever. She was like, so my mom is like, part of her mom was like, oh that's it, but she was like, oh okay, so I'll deal with it when I get home. So by the time she got home, all my friends were gone.
Is the house a wreck?
And so I'm like, no, but I was like, hi, and my mom is all, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, what do you mean?
I'm fine.
He goes, let me smell your breath.
All robotic like.
And I was like, what? He's like, let me smell your breath. And I remember, clear as water, I went, but I sucked. I went, and she smacked me right in the face. And she goes, don't think I'm stupid. She goes, don't you treat me like I'm stupid. She said, let me smell your breath. And I went, and she was like, another one. So like Will Smith bitch slap, it just fucking whoosh. And I was like, oh shit. Like I try to trick you, you smack me. And then I do what you say and I get smacked again.
Just be glad she didn't throw a Bible at you.
She was like, what the fuck? Well, this is my mom and my grandma. And she was like, what the fuck up? And I was like, I'm sorry, it's my first time.
I'm sorry.
And so my mom was like, I get it, but you shouldn't have. And I was like, okay. And I was
Mama Severa, you can't pull no wool over her eyes.
Yeah, I'm surprised you know my last name.
What? Fuck you.
Why?
What? I'm like an elephant. I never forget things.
But it's not it's not an easy last name.
What do you mean? Every time I have to tag you on anything, it says Angel Cervera.
That's true. How many things you tag me on?
A lot.
No, you don't.
I just tagged you in something on like
just
2 days
when was
ago.
the last time you tagged me?
Like probably like 3 months ago.
On April?
When we went to the Salty Sex Cast party.
Oh, that's right.
See, fuck off.
My bad.
Yeah, fuck off.
Sorry,
God.
sister.
Or like I'll tag you in shit like on stories or whatever.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yo, what about that guy that I've been saying to you with the thick accent?
Isn't he
funny? Fucking hilarious?
That is hilarious.
I love that guy. I have no idea who he is.
You should do an impression of him.
I want if I could pull off that accent, I would do it constantly.
Could you do an English accent?
Yeah, but it's pretty shitty. Can you?
Yes, I sure can. Do an English accent.
Are you doing it right now?
Yeah, like a British I meant like me. Like, can you?
Yo, what the fuck are you saying? I don't have. What have I been speaking this whole time?
You have a Spanish accent.
I'm out of here.
Do you not?
I don't know.
Don't even front. You do.
Okay.
You speak Spanish.
Do I? Oh yeah.
Whoa.
I don't know. I never. This is the first time to say, can you do an English? Wait, hold on.
Like, okay,
hold on.
I understand the misunderstanding.
No, okay, but why wouldn't I be doing English accent?
No, I mean, but you have the Spanish drawl,
flavor?
I suppose. Yeah.
Sexual.
Like you still have the roll of your R's and like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure. No, but I mean like try and talk like a Sarah, like a Valley girl. Like, hello, my name is Angel.
Whatever, like Siri. Hello, my name is Angel. I don't know.
Yeah, I know you still have that.
Well, fuck, man. What do you want from me?
Okay, all right, but I understand the misunderstanding in the sense when I say English, you'd be thinking British.
Yeah. Basically,
so,
you're saying,
hello.
hey, can you speak normal English? That's what you're saying.
My accents suck, though, because whenever I try to do a British accent, I feel like it is a mesh between what I would think would be an Australian one, and I'm sure all of our listeners in the UK are probably like, fuck you,
They're
that's
like,
offensive.
Fuck
yeah.
This cunt, or something like that.
That fucking, the twat, that twit right there. What, motherfucker?
Bloody bitch.
Bloody hell. bloody hell, they're just a little bit obnoxious.
See, oh my god, dude,
little bit
I'm getting
obnoxious.
rock hard right now.
Oh my God.
I wish I could do it.
Angel,
I guess I can't do any.
Angel, you just have to really focus on it. I mean, it really, I feel like it's terrible, but I mean,
Okay, it went away.
I could also try all day.
Oh, dude,
A little bit. It's just a little bit rock
that's pretty
hard.
hot. I'm suck you off.
Oh my God.
That's pretty hot.
You
I
know,
wish
a
I
car
could.
diddle.
There was a one time I went to Harley Davidson, the one down south,
Harley.
the Timpanogos Harley.
Yeah.
And there was a chick, which, by the way, hey, I'm gonna say this because I'm not a good looking guy.
You've told me
Hold
this
on.
story.
But she wasn't good looking, and
But
I
you
can say
liked
this
her
because I'm not
accent.
good looking. But she was from England, and she started talking to me like this, and I was like, I will buy whatever you put in front of me.
Let me close my eyes and just don't stop talking to me.
Don't stop
You
believing.
know, that's kind of like my old boss when I worked up on base. I've
you did say
mentioned
this too.
before, yeah.
From
He's from
Boston?
Boston, and I don't know what it is about a New York or Boston accent. Boston. But I mean, like he was a really good boss, like,
Yeah.
but like, you know, rightfully so, dealing with all the shit that the government
yeah.
employees have to deal with. And all the red tape, you know, he would get angry, like really fucking heated in some of these meetings. And he'd be like, what the fuck is this? It's fucking garbage. Like, fucking throw that out. Like, I don't want it at all. And it's just like, okay. Like, just, you can yell at me all day.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but hey.
Yeah.
I almost said
I
his
don't know
name.
anybody with an accent. I wish I did.
I know you. You know yourself. You have an accent.
I wish I could do no, I can't even do my own accent.
You're doing it right now.
No, god damn it! Like the guy that I seen you.
Yeah,
I want to do
different-
I want to do my accent for comedy purposes, not because I can't help it.
Try a British accent.
I can't.
That sounded like I cunt.
This
I
is why-
physically cunt. It's just a little bit funny right there.
See, you're so fucking good.
I don't know about that. Again, like our listeners from other countries are probably like, this bitch is awful. But you know what I mean.
Hey, she fucked in a
maybe-
church. What do you want
maybe-
from her?
I defy God and I
There you
accept
go.
the wrath. Thank you. So you definitely won. I got 6. Why don't you just try it?
Because I probably get high as shit.
It's not a weed
No, I know,
pen,
I get it. I know, but
like a nicotine buzz.
I'll probably shove it up my ass.
No, don't do that. Give that to me. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
It's fucking garbage.
You're having too much fun doing
Oh,
this. Hey,
I have-
before I leave, I love what you've done with the
Thank you.
with the studio,
Thank you.
the stabbing
My
cabin.
new desk.
Yeah,
We'll have the nice little logo up there.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Little logo.
I like it. Second time I'm here. Sarah's not here. That's kind of bullshit, I think.
Sarah's camping.
Yeah,
Her and her beautiful family. She sends her love.
she needs to stop talking about this Chase guy because we all want to fuck him. We don't know how. We have no idea what he
I'm
looks
like,
like.
yeah, okay, Sarah, give me shit for all the bad decisions I've made while dating, but we didn't all meet our fucking
Yeah, everything is like, oh my god,
our soulmate
whatever.
at 20
what-
years old.
Whatever it is that you say is like, oh yeah, I farted you today. Oh my god, Chase farted the other day and it smells so good. I was like, oh my god, dude, we get it. Jesus, you're in love.
We love Chase. Chaston. That's his full name. Chaston.
I'm like Chase. I'm like Chase.
Chase.
Chase, give me a call, bud. Let's see if we can make something happen.
I know.
Get me pregnant.
Can I just live vicariously through Sarah and her beautiful marriage with her beautiful daughter? Yes, I can. And I do.
Hey, I did the same thing.
You know,
My
whatever.
partner's happily married, which
Whatever.
makes me happy.
Your partner.
Not really. I'm just kidding.
You know, polyamorous
I'm
thing
in-
with
I'm in-
Justin
I'm
now.
in love with him. Yeah,
The piggyback onto his marriage.
that's right. Yeah.
All right. Well,
And now they gotta adopt me.
that'd be weird if you were like. Anyway.
Hey, I got nowhere else to go.
Angel, it's always good to have you on.
Yeah, I can't wait to come back the next 5 weeks.
Bullshit. What is that song? Party and bullshit. And party and bullshit. Maybe we should do this like outro for the end of the episode in a total accent. No. Mm-mm. That's balls. What is the word? Have you seen My Cousin Vinny? That's my favorite movie of all
Probably
time.
back in the 60s.
No, it's an 80s movie, but
I know.
I'll
You've been posting stories.
I love My Cousin Vinny, but
Is that Marisa Tomei?
yes, it is. And
so
she
fucking
makes that fucking movie. She really
She's so
does.
fucking hot.
She really does. And she's got this thick New Yorkan accent. And she's like, my favorite line from that movie. He's like, it's Joe Pesci. He's like, hey, these pants look okay. He's going hunting. And she comes out. She's infuriated. She's like, imagine this. You're a cute little deer prancing around the forest. You see a nice little brook with clear, cool water. You go up and put your cute little deer lips up to that water, take a drink, and BAM! A fucking bullet rips out half of your brain. It's laying on the ground in tiny, bloody pieces. Now let me ask you, would you give a fuck what kind of pants the son of a bitch who shot you was wearing? She fucking makes that whole movie dead on ballsy accurate, literally. But
Nice.
we will have you back on soon. If you guys want to go give the Other Side of the Beehive a follow, give them a review on Apple Pod and
Yes,
Spotify.
please.
You can make reviews on Spotify now. Did you
I know.
see
I
that?
did one for you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that
Well,
was
you
a big
paid me
deal.
so far.
Oh, I guess I didn't.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can also find them on Instagram and Facebook at The Other Side of the Beehive, right?
YouTube too.
Yep, they're on YouTube. You can watch every episode. Him and that, what's his guy's name?
Him and that one guy.
That one guy.
And then also me and that other guy do No Hablo Español. And we are having too much fun with that.
That's pretty
Follow
great.
that on allrock.com.
Yes, go follow it. It is funny. You will get a laugh for sure. Especially because that other guy can't speak Spanish worth that damn. No offense, Dre. Just saying. But neither can I, so I can say that. So
that's right.
You know what I mean. If you want to give us a follow, we are on Instagram and Facebook at Hard Talks with B&H. We are also on Twitter at Hard Talks with B1. And if you want to see everything else we're on, you can find the link in our bio on Instagram and Facebook. We are on Patreon and YouTube and TikTok and all the shit. So go follow the shit. But until next time, you guys, high five. I got sweaty palms.
Until
Yeah,
next
I
time,
do, I do.
Until next time, Alicia says, I'm done with Snapchat. And then she's like, I'm back on Snapchat.
Yes.
You guys.
Yes, it's my mental health. And then, you can only wear the facade for so long, maintain it. And then
Why are your hands so sweaty?
I know.
Do I make you
know.
nervous this time?
I guess.
Like,
Look, you can
relax.
see it. You drank your own chew spit, so I don't want to hear it. Fucker. All right, you guys. I hope wherever you are, wherever you're listening to this, you have a great weekend. And until next time, we will see ya. Bye.